Thank you.
All right, so let's move on to the, Johannes, do you want to do something else?
Yes, if we can move number 6.
Anybody else? Okay.
10A.
So, 6. Okay, so item number 6, Johannes.
We need to, if you could just pull that from the consent agenda so we can discuss it later. The purchase of the equipment, I think we need to make a vote to see if we can take the funds from the funds fund account. We need a separate vote.
That's a separate vote? All right, so, can you help us deal with that? Start.
Yeah, it would just be a vote to authorize us the service fund balance for the purchase not to exceed $8,000.
So, Johannes, you make that motion? Sure. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call. Okay. Looking at me, roll call.
Yeah, I was just
No, I know.
trying to figure out who's talking.
Everybody's looking at me, head on.
All right,
Anybody
Mr.
else?
Lombardi.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Did anybody have a question? Okay, sorry, go
Vote
ahead.
at 6, right?
Voting at
Yes,
6.
6.
Yes.
Mr. Lombardi.
Yes.
Mrs. Sherrill.
Yes.
Mr. Connell.
Yes.
Mrs. Johannes.
Yes.
Mr. Jones.
Yes.
Mrs. Mayo.
Yes.
And Mrs. Bottom. Yes. Motion carries 7-0.
Okay, item number 10, the state education funding formula. There's a resolution in our packet. Does anybody have any questions on it? Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to pass. Motion been made. It's seconded. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. The remaining, no, nothing else is being taken off, right? The remaining consent agenda items. I'll entertain a motion to pass the remaining. Motion been made. Second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. All right, so you know what? I'm going to add, unless there's an objection, I know Mr. Mayo is here. Did you want to come forward on the after-school late bus consideration? Is there any objection to that?
Afterwards and having a report how many kids were treated, but then was a question of with the sports, would they do it? So where do we stand with that?
Okay, I don't think we passed the latest information. Basically, I met with DACO on a late bus, and the plan would be the students are staying over after school for extra help. Notify the schools will notify DACO by 1 o'clock which students will go. DACO will then identify all the buses that are needed to pick up students staying late at both the middle and high school. NSES, under the new time frame, will be getting out at 3:20. The high school will be getting out, I believe, at 2:45. 2:35, 2:40.
We're taking this out. We're taking this out.
I know I was right now. I apologize. Anyway, what we do is the NSES buses would pick up the kids. They would then come into the loop at the middle high school. Those students that are staying late have about 50 minutes to be doing whatever they're doing after school. They get on the elementary buses, and the bus would then drop them off at their stops. This way, it eliminate any extra cost for a late bus. Now, as part of this, DATCO recommended, and I totally agree, students that are staying for detention will not be given the opportunity to take the late bus, because they're going to be middle and high school students getting on the bus with elementary students. Students that are here for detention probably might be a little bit anxious by that time and probably not be the best riders with their children. So that's the plan, and the ideal thing is it won't cost us anything for a late bus. I would still recommend that the student principals work with the teachers and pick 1 or 2 days a week where we've had the late bus come by, or the buses come by for late pickups. That's the plan.
Well, there was a question, it sounds good. I'm a little concerned about mixing all the grades. I don't know how much of a problem that would be, you know? Mixing the grade, like the high school, the middle school, the elementary school, I don't know how much would that be a problem.
Personally, I think that the kind of students staying late for extra help or for a club is probably going to be okay on a bus with elementary kids, especially in the past we've had 10 or 12 kids. So that means with 13 buses, you're not going to have more than possibly 1 or 2 on any bus. And I think they'll probably just sit down, take the ride home, and that'll be it. If there's a problem, then we can readdress it. However, if we have a special bus to do the late run, it's going to be difficult. We only have 2 extra buses, and when there's sports going on, especially the spring and the fall, it's going to be tough to have a bus. And it's going to cost somewhere between $80 and $90 a day for that late bus, because we pay on an hourly basis.
Just at first blush, I think it makes sense if we were going to do this to try and identify, work with the teacher, 1 or 2 days with this run. Maybe not every day, but 1 or 2 days with this process. That's what I heard you saying, right?
That's correct. That'd be easier for DATCO, so the buses wouldn't have to know, do I have to go through the loop today? They know, okay, Tuesday and Thursdays are our late bus days. Those are the days I might have to go to the loop after I pick up an NSES.
Yeah, so we looked at some of the other districts, and so there are the options of having parents arrange riderships and pickups as they do. Burrville runs a late bus Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. It's most popular with the middle school kids, not so much the high school kids. What Mr. Mayo had mentioned in coming up is a possibility of changing our start times, moving our secondary schools later so they don't start quite so early in the morning. And that works at the other end so that about 50 minutes later, after the secondaries dismiss, the buses are now doing the elementary runs, and with the possibility of swinging by the high school, middle school, and picking up some late middle high school kids on the elementary route. Now, that's an option. Again, my first thought was, middle high schoolers on the elementary bus. I don't know how I feel about that. But this is a possibility, and it's something that was recommended that we maybe take a look at if we want to do a late bus. The other option is to have a discrete late bus or 2 that will make the runs, but that's also going to run up against athletics and field trips and other things, and it may be difficult to have something like that be consistent.
You know what I have in Baytown? When I do the late bus, I like that a couple of times. I'd like to hear what Principal Dano's thoughts on just her thoughts on, she deals with the youngest kids, youngest students in our system. What if she has any, she doesn't.
And I give Mr. Mayo and Gackel credit. That was good out of the box thinking. I had not That had not occurred to me. And, but I think it's certainly worth exploring.
I think it's a great idea. I don't want to, I think it's a great idea. I just want to make sure, that one I want to make sure that we dotted it. I understand what you're saying. We're not going to know for sure. We just, wait, try it. What's everybody else? Again, I'd like to hear from Ms. Dado, but it does sound like a good idea.
So, Mr. Mayor, did I hear that you said that there's no additional cost?
No, because we're using the elementary run to take kids home on the late bus. That is the late bus. And then, if you're concerned about interaction with older students and the younger, you can just say the front seat is for the kids on the late, from the high school, another way behind the driver.
They have a monitor on the bus anyway.
Is that?
There are monitors on the bus?
There's monitors on that bus also. Right. On the elementary buses, you're right. Thank you. You're right. Absolutely. You have a monitor on the bus besides the driver on the elementary buses. So they can control the situation also. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, if I may. So everybody can weigh in, what think about it, I'm tentatively going to do it. If they don't have to meet, if she wants to comment on it, or tentatively. Like, how soon does DAC have to know about this to get this going? Do they need lead time or?
No, there's not all the time necessary.
But it wouldn't be until next
Well,
year.
it would have to be next year because of the time. Well, I suppose we can do it this year if you guys really wanted to, but the school year is not over.
I would make Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that right now we accept the proposal as presented by Mr. Mayo, that we work with DATCO, or we direct DATCO to run the late buses, really as proposed. Well, I would say, do we need to specify days? I should say, do we need to specify how many days or just?
You don't have to specify days, but I would say on a limited basis.
Right, I think whatever the administrators feel are appropriate days to have late activities.
Okay, then I will make a motion that we accept the recommendation from Mr. Mayo that we do run the late buses, as described by Mr. Mayo, on days to be identified and recommended by the administration.
Can I say at little or no additional cost?
At little or no additional cost to us.
Well, I don't want to have something say $10 and then 10
Fair, yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So,
From running from there to here, Mike.
right.
NSES to here.
You know, there are some people who raise that in time. So, the motion's been made. Is there a second?
Next year,
But I'm sorry, but then, start with next year.
1920.
Motion's been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your effort on this.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Sorry, I'm bouncing around this.
Go to the school start time.
Are we on reports or you want to jump to school? Start and time changes?
Right, well, obviously.
The 1920, oh, okay, great. School year, superintendent, this is yours.
Yep. So, we've been thinking about the 5th grade coming to middle school next year and how early the secondary students start their day and how early the buses have to run. So we have two things happening. We have a new schedule that will align the middle school and the high school. It will take away some non-instructional things from the day and give us the ability to start the day later for the middle school and high school students. The teacher day, the student day, everything will still be the same length of time as it is this year, but it just starts later. So we're looking at having, instead of right now, high school, middle school starts at 7:22, we'd like it to start at 7:45. The day, however, will end a little bit later So the day right now ends for students at 2:11. Under the new schedule, it will end at 2:34. So same length of school day, just a slight shift so that the little ones aren't standing out in quite the same level of darkness in the winter to get the bus. And the high school students get some more time to sleep in the morning. So, I can point to all the studies that say that high school students benefit from a much later start day. So that's what we're looking to do. What this means though, at the elementary, NSES next year, it's just a 5-minute shift for the elementaries. They will start 5 minutes later, they will end 5 minutes later. Because they're making up that time with the not going to Halloween. So that's why Mr. Mayo pointed out that, yeah, the late bus would work because it's essentially about 50 minutes after the secondary let out.
So, I think this is great, but what about the parents? I don't know.
This is just putting out as in concept right now. We can still run the same schedule with the same hours, but we have this possibility of moving it up. So whether you would like this to be approached to some of the PTOs, parent organizations, however you want to do it. I'm just putting it out there that we have this capability of doing it.
I've seen a lot of studies, I've seen a lot of studies that back, what Mr. St. James said. I've seen this initiative tried in a number of districts over the years, and I know like in one district in particular, it passed the first time, and then a month later it got changed, and they went back on it, but I think it's a great initiative, and I really support this. At least the concept.
You want to make a motion?
I mean, I thought that you're not going so dramatically. Some of the times where it's failed in other districts, they've gone really departing from the schedule. You're only tinkering with 20 minutes. I don't think you're going to have a lot of pushback around this. I still think we should get it out there as much as we can and try to communicate it, but
Absolutely.
I don't think you're going to have that kind of pushback.
Well, we also have a very much more simple busing run. Usually, a lot of districts run 3 buses. They run in elementary, middle, and high school. And this is well within our ability to accommodate.
Should I make a motion?
Good.
Should I make a motion that we authorize the administration to pursue this matter in terms of, I think appropriate, to try and spread the word.
Motion to made. Second. Seconded. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it.
Thank you.
All right, should we move back up to reports?
So just quickly, because I know it's getting late. We have a document on the screen, and I think we sent you a copy. Terry, did they have a copy of this? Yep. All right, so it's on the Google folder. I just got the update today. It's on the screen, it's in the folder. This is the update on our construction projects. We have a meeting tentatively set up for April 1st, which is the construction documents along with the schematic designs for the high school science labs. At NSES, we're wrapping up some of the awards for construction. We're looking at end of March, beginning of April, groundbreaking will begin, excavation will begin on the NSES project. The science labs, we're down to the final mechanical engineering and plumbing documents, demolition design documents have come in. We are bidding for HVAC and electrical interior design, which will be finalized after wide review. and we're targeting the beginning of the classroom lab installation to start this summer. In other words, things are progressing. We should have a much better sense of everything after the April 1st meeting at Department Head. There you go.
And Superintendent, it's my understanding that the Gilbane contract was fully executed, so?
It was signed in my presence by the town administrator on Friday. Yes.
Great, thank you.
All right, so we've been working on unifying the schedule between the high school and the middle school for quite a while. We had some good movement with having a block schedule, changing up the way we do business and allocate our time. That did require a memorandum of agreement from the teacher union, and while it was close, it didn't pass. However, we still need to move forward with a unified schedule so that the high school and the middle school can operate as a campus as opposed to separate entities that instead of being 50 feet apart, they could be 50 miles apart. So in looking at the times, we can align the two schools with very little change. Right? So we're looking at a 7-period day. The middle school right now runs a 7-period day. The high school runs a 7-period day, but they drop one. So they technically put everything into 6